Okay. Memphis and Dallas. This will be a really good Western Conference playoff series if these two teams faced off. Good to see Marcus Smart, a couple pounds heavier, back in the lineup, finding Ja. So we're focused all on Ja. Beautiful dime.
Could be a 7-point lead now as Jake LaRavia hits a
Morant to LaRavia for three. And then Morant up top to the rookie. No Ja Morant last season. No Desmond Bain for pretty much half the year. Jaren Jackson had injuries. No Marcus Smart, which means you were able to go get Zach Edey, the big fella that beat my freaking Tennessee Vols in the tournament of Purdue. College basketball's best player last year. Now in Memphis, Ja Morant, phenomenal talent. Look at this block with the left. Oh, my goodness. There is no denying Ja Morant's skill set if he can make it to the court. Your biggest concern year in, year out is if he's going to make it to the court. We're going to talk about that more in a second. But look at this two-man game. Ja Morant, Brandon Clark. Glad to see Clark not only back healthy, but healthy with Ja Morant in the lineup, which is a huge difference for him. He got back healthy last year, but not a lot of people talked about it because Ja and company were down. Look at Morant on the attack, keeping that ball up in the air, dribble alive, which allows for
pushing it in transition.
And one.
There are people.
Ja Morant, beautiful take. By the way, this is just a 4-point game. Dallas resting a lot of their key guys. Memphis giving them some run for a few of their key guys. In this game, Ja actually had an injury to his ankle. Ball bounced off his ankle. He said he's fine. I don't want to watch all of this one. I just want to watch some of Zion.
Williamson.
Looks like they had some audio issues. They look like it's a lot of fans at this game, so they're doing some things with the audio. I just kind of wanted to see a little bit of Zion working out over Wendell Carter Jr. Congrats to him. Just got a big payday. New Orlando Magic. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope rejected. Other end we go. A new Pelican. DeJounte Murray finding C.J. McCollum for three. What do you think about that new backcourt in New Orleans? How about Zion, the steal? It's Murray. See, I want to see Zion quickly give that back to Murray, and then Murray lob that thing up to Zion. Hopefully we'll see that chemistry manifest throughout the season. Jalen Suggs. He's got a beautiful-looking stroke. Curious to see if do the Magic take a step further this year. One of the better regular seasons out east. Regular season teams out east all last year. Let's see if they're for real this year. A lot of teams were waiting to catch Orlando in the playoffs, and they were right. They weren't ready for the moment. We'll see if they're ready now. A couple additions in the offseason. How about Zion just bullying Jonathan Isaac? Get out of my way. It's little boy day tomorrow. Oh, good rejection there from Isaac, though. We're in the second quarter, some preseason action. Magic versus the Pelicans. Two teams that got young stars at forward. I would say the Pelicans got a couple more vets on their roster than the Magic do. But two teams that it's going to be one of those. These are going to be two teams that probably spoil the parties of some of these veteran-led teams like the Lakers, the Suns. When you're looking around trying to figure out why these teams are fighting for postseason contention, most likely it's going to be because a team like the Pelicans got a better record than them. They're going to win a lot of regular season games off pure talent and athleticism and youth alone. And same thing for the Magic. You look at some teams out east like the Chicago Bulls maybe. You look around and the Miami Heat's a team that's been in their play-in tournament. You look around and see why you're in the play-in tournament. It's going to probably be because of the Orlando Magic, right? These teams win regular season games. A lot of teams do not wake up for games in New Orleans or Orlando. Oftentimes means if you're in New Orleans, you probably just played Memphis or a Texas team the night before. If you're in Orlando, you probably just played the Heat or going to play them next game. A lot of teams sleep on New Orleans and Orlando, especially if Zion's not playing. So we'll see how that manifests for the Pelicans and the Magic this year. Paolo Banchero usually plays, and he's usually really good. Look at Paolo sizing up.
Pops the 15-footer.
Oh, there's that Daniel Tice. He's sizing up. Beautiful mid-range jump shot. on the other end.
He's in double figures with 13.
Oh, Zion.
Now Z, hard to the
Oh,
right.
my goodness.
Strong
This is what we
layup,
want to
right
see.
past Paolo
This is what the
Banchero.
people came to
Ryan
see.
spins right, get it to
I'm happy for
Hawkins, shot clock at
these
7.
fans.
Puts it down low,
You know, it's probably a
catch,
cheap
double
ticket
pump,
for a Pelicans
shot,
preseason
good over
game.
the front iron. Beautiful.
Happy that they got to
entry
see
feed
a
to
lot
Hawk.
of Zion.
Not
I'm happy about that. We're in the
Oh,
third
my
quarter now,
heavens,
though.
on cue.
Looks like Zion's
Blocked by
night's probably
Hawkins
over with the rest of the
as Wagner went
starters.
in for a layup. Are
And
you
I think we can come out of this one now. I think this is all we needed to
37%
see.
last year.
Magic still got a couple of their guys
Now
in the
Hawkins,
rotation.
right wing,
We'll
deep
keep the
three.
preseason going. We're going to come
Get
out of this
in
one, though,
there,
right now. I think this is a huge year for two incredibly talented players. Ironically, number 1, number 2 in that 2019 NBA draft, and Zion Williamson and Ja Morant. Way too busy talking about who got the best BBWs in Texas or who got the best Glocks in Colorado. We ain't even focused on the fact that as great as Zion is, as great as Ja is, these dudes are struggling to get through seasons, minus the BS off the court. They're injury prone. And if you look at the landscape of the NBA right now, I think Zion and Ja got to be concerned about these two guys. Zion, Victor Wembanyama. Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards. If you look at the Olympics a few months ago, both those dudes were present in Wemby and AE. You want to know who is not present? Zion or Ja. In 2028, you would expect that to change, but it will remain the same if Zion and Ja don't clean it up and find ways to get on the court and stay on the court. The NBA will pass you by. It'll give you a few years. It'll give you a grace period. But after a while, fans will just move on to the next story. And right now, the two young NBA stories are Wembanyama and Edwards. But I still think the door is cracked if Zion and Ja can have huge success with their squads this year for them to come back in and steal some of that limelight. It's a big year, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at this Pelican squad right now. Why shouldn't they be one of the favorites out west? I'm looking at the top of the Western Conference. The Denver Nuggets are still my team to beat, but let's call a spade a spade. They looked somewhat old towards the end of their run. They had played a lot of basketball together over the last couple years, finally able to get over that hump and get that championship. But last year, Minnesota just kind of outgunned them boys. Now, Minnesota's made changes to their roster, I believe, for the better. So you got to worry about them. But I look at this Pelican squad. Why shouldn't they be able to go toe for toe with a team like the Nuggets? They got the bodies, maybe not to stop Jokic, but everything else should be covered. I look at the Memphis Grizzlies. I think they got the best roster on paper. And they will win a lot of games and most likely be number 1 out west. Again, it all factors on Ja Morant's health. Let's tell the truth about the Memphis Grizzlies last year. Ja Morant came back, got the team excited after his suspension, and as soon as he got injured, the life left that Memphis Grizzlies organization. It felt like Marcus Smart didn't want to play basketball in Memphis if Ja wasn't there. It felt like Desmond Bane was like, you know what, man, I've been hooping a lot. I just got my big deal. Man, Ja ain't around. We ain't really going nowhere. I can't lead a team over the hump. I'm cool. Jaren Jackson wanted to get to the 65-game benchmark just to be eligible for awards. Like, it felt like Memphis threw in the towel after Ja's injury. I'm not so sure Ja can get through a season healthy. Only time will tell. To this point, Ja has not finished a season healthy. He may be played, but oftentimes it was on one arm, one leg. He got to get through a season healthy. Same thing for Zion. The Pelicans ended their season without their guy against the Thunder. They didn't have a chance of hell against OKC without Zion Williamson. Can these phenoms make it through a season? That's the only question marks we got, because if they could get to the court, their teams benefit hugely from their play. They're incredible. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Ferro, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Ferro.